are looking at Jerry Cook Court on the campus of Jimtown High School, where tonight it's a great non-conference matchup between the 1-3 New Prairie Cougars and the 2-1 Jimtown Jimmies on this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week. And how you doing, everybody? Alongside my business and broadcast partner, Angelo Carlo, with Bo Hundt on the sidelines, Chuck Freeby. So great to have you with us for another Friday night of high school basketball on Sports Michiana. The Lutz family is very familiar to Michiana fans, and Drew Lutz is the new head coach of the New Prairie Cougars. He's learning some lessons the hard way. One of them is there are no guarantees in coaching. New Prairie lost its best player, Brody Wigginton, to an injury last week. And the Cougars have to go to their core value of resilience to get ready for this one.
Yeah, Drew Lutz, only 25 years old as a head coach, taking over. They've been very competitive in all their games so far this year, which is a big step forward from a year ago. But certainly the loss of a player like Wigginton, who averages 19 points per game before he got injured in that game last Saturday against LaPorte, is a big loss. They are still a very young team. So a lot of opportunities on this squad to step up and make yourself known, but certainly a big loss for Drew Lutz and the New Prairie Cougars not having Brody Wigginton in the lineup.
Meanwhile, Jimtown has a new coach this year as well, a familiar name to area fans as well. Ryan Vargas spent a lot of time over at South Bend, Washington. He comes to Jimtown, and we're used to seeing Washington get up and down the court. Well, the Jimmies do too. They're scoring almost 70 a game.
I think this has surprised people a little bit. Of course, Jimtown last year was a great team. They went to semi-state, but they graduated so much. Then you have a guy like Will Spurgeon, who's really come into his own. He was only averaging 9 points a game last year. He's averaging 26 a game or so this year. So they have really put up the numbers and are looking really good. They're a favorite in the Indiana Northern State Conference to possibly win a championship. They're going to contend for a sectional championship again. So there's a really good, talented Jimmy team, despite they are also pretty young.
Bo Hundt joins us courtside. And Bo, I do have to wonder, two coaches in their first year with their programs. When you're a first-year coach, what are some of the impressive tenets that you have to instill in your team, no matter what school you have?
Well, I think one of the biggest things when you come in as a new coach is you have your standards, which were different from the coach before, and maybe the administration has, those standards as well. And so when you come in, you set those standards right away. But you know what? You have to evolve all the time. And I really like what Drew Lutz, a young coach, said just the other day when you guys were talking to him. He's like, I learned right away that I don't know everything there is about basketball. I'm learning all the time. And as a coach, you have to continue to learn. You got to continue to teach. There's new ways, new methods. Continue to teach, continue to learn, and these kids are going to understand what you want to do for them.
Yeah, that's part of why we tune in, because we're still trying to learn about the game. Should be a fun one tonight. We've got a lot to talk about in our Fair and Custom Wool Forming pregame show, and we'll get you started with that. But first, we'll meet our student athletes of the week from our friend Tony Letcher at Health Markets. It comes your way next on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week. The Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Tony Letcher Health Markets, Tire Rack, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Big C Lumber, Barrett Custom Wool Forming, McInnes Realty, Patrick, Reliance, the Lulliard Insurance Agency, the St. Joseph County Police Department, Babsco, Tom's Car Care Center, and these great sponsors.
Shopping for tires used to make me want to blow a gasket. That was before I went to TireRack.com.
Tire Rack made it easy to find great tires at a great price. 2 years of free road hazard protection. Sealed the deal.
Tire Rack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose a mobile installer. Check this out. A technician brought my new tires right to the house. He's installing them now. All set. Thanks. When it's time for new tires, trust the experts. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Ready to be part of our winning team? The St. Joseph County Police Department is hiring, and we are looking for people of all ages who want to make a difference. With a starting salary of $52,000 plus full benefits, including medical, dental, vision, and vacation, you are in control of your future. So whether you're just entering the game or looking for a new position, now is the time to get off the sideline. Learn more today at sjcpd.org.
Experience the summer in style with decking from Big C Lumber. From the professional to the do-it-yourselfer, Big C will assist you through the entire deck planning process. Big C's selection of composite and PVC decking material offers durability and low maintenance, all while maintaining the look and feel of real wood. Our free delivery service ensures more of your budget is allocated toward your project. Revitalize your outdoor living space with Big C Lumber.
Let's be honest, shopping for window treatments can be a real pain in the glass. Shades, shutters, blinds, drapes, the options are endless. Avoid expensive mistakes and return shipping with online retailers. Call the local team at Quality Window Treatments. Their entirely local process makes choosing the right look for your space easy. They bring the showroom to you during your in-person consultation. And with hands-off local installation, you never make a measurement. Visit QualityWindowTreatment.com to book your free consultation and see your space in a whole new light.
Get cozy this season with Surf Fiber Internet plans starting at just $30 a month with AutoPay. The holidays bring more guests, more devices, and more reasons to go fiber fast. With Surf, you'll enjoy free installation, no contracts, no data caps, and all-in pricing that keeps things simple and affordable. Stay connected, stream your favorites, and share every moment without slowing down. Because with Surf, your internet is fast, reliable, and local. Get Surf Fiber Fast Internet today. Visit surfinternet.com for more information.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Michiana area? Call McInnes Realty, Michiana's fastest growing real estate company where service comes first, built on knowledge, care, and community. Through our Homes for Heroes program, we proudly give back to those who serve. Firefighters, law enforcement, EMTs, military, teachers, and healthcare workers, past or present, qualify for hero rewards when they buy or sell with us. Call McInnes Realty today at 574-271-3440.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week brought to you by Tony Letcher with Health Markets, the right policy at the right price. And it's time now for our Tony Letcher Health Markets Student Athletes of the Week. We are joined by Jimtown senior Will Spurgeon and New Prairie junior Brody Wingington. We'll start with Brody, who is ranked 26th in the junior class at New Prairie, a member of the National Honor Society, student leadership, and of course a boys basketball player. How do you balance everything?
A lot of hard work, a lot of late night studying, home from a practice, home from a game. Just knowing I still have to get my work done so I can maintain the GPA, the class rank, everything I still want.
Everyone sees you on the crutches, obviously suffering an unfortunate injury last week. How does your mindset change now to be a leader on this team in a different way for the rest of the year?
Just trying to stay as positive as I can throughout it all. Kind of being another assistant on the bench, helping my teammates off the court. I can now see all 10 players on the court, so I can even give them more advice. And like you said, just being the leader that I was on the court and still being that leader off the court.
What does being a New Prairie Cougar mean to you?
It means a lot. I moved there in 6th grade. I have all my friends, everybody there supporting me through this injury, like you said. So, it's great. I love being a New Prairie Cougar.
Brody, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Will Spurgeon is a senior at Jimtown. He is a member of the basketball team, ranked 9th in the senior class, also a member of the National Honor Society History Club. He volunteers at the Jimtown Pantry. How do you balance everything?
Just working hard, just late night studying, like he said, and just staying focused on the task at hand.
You're going to go to Judson to play basketball, also study business. How excited are you for that opportunity, and what made Judson the right place, and why is business the future for you?
It just fits what I want to do in the future. They got a new coach. Really excited about what they got going. It just fit me, and business, it just something I've always been into and just seems right. So,
what does being a Jimtown Jimmy mean to you?
Oh, man, just hard work every day. You got to bring it every day. Defense, just everything's do it 100%.
Will, thank you very much. Congratulations. Brody, congratulations one more time. Brody Wingington, Will Spurgeon, our Student Athletes of the Week, presented by Tony Letcher with Health Markets. We have your opening tip-off on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week right after this.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Ledger, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Ledger today to schedule your free consultation or visit tledger.com.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
When contractors and OEMs need quality electrical products at the best prices, they look to Babsco Supply. We strive to supply all the electrical products you need for residential, light commercial, and OEM electrical components. We have the knowledge, dedication to customer service, and extensive inventory to ensure your electrical projects are completed successfully. We are employee-owned, which means all of our employees are owners. So you know we care. With locations in Elkhart and Warsaw, Babsco Supply is working together to serve you better. Learn more at babsco.com.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
You don't always see the backbone of American products. You feel it. Ferret is where smart work meets hard work. We serve the USA by manufacturing purpose-built metal components that solve the problems others walk past. And we put in the work that makes fourth and long feel like first and goal. Calling all engineers and makers, past, present, and future. Your next career move begins at Ferret.
This edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week is being brought to you by Ferret Custom Roll Forming. We form value, and the Ferret Custom Roll Forming pregame show begins with our national anthem. The Jimtown Pep Band with our national anthem. Time now for our starting lineups. The New Prairie starters brought to you by the New Prairie Slam Dunk Club. Here's Angelo.
All right, Dylan Bishop, a 6'3", senior forward, averaging 6.5 points, and he is a three-sport athlete playing basketball, baseball, and tennis. Jagger Daniels, a 5'8", junior guard, 7.3 points, 3 assists per game. They're happy he's playing tonight. He took a vicious shot to the throat Saturday versus LaPorte, had to be stretchered out of the game, but he is good to go for this evening. Dalton Clark, a 5'10", senior guard, 1.3 points per game, moves into the starting lineup with Brody Wingington out with a knee injury. Hunter Nelson, a 6'7", senior forward, 5 points, 2.3 rebounds per game. And Miles McSorley, a 6'2", freshman guard, averaging 10.3 points per game.
Let's check in on what the teams are wearing, brought to us by our friends at It's Tops in Mishawaka. New Prairie in the road blues with Cougars in gold script and gold numbers. Jimtown in the home whites with maroon Jimtown script and maroon numbers. The Jimtown starters brought to us by Jimtown High School Athletics.
Dominic Fay, a 6'3", sophomore guard, averaging 13.3 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. Jackson Woolwine, 5'9", sophomore guard, 9 points, 4.3 rebounds per game. Will Spurgeon, a 6-foot senior guard, 26.7 points per game. Xander Whitaker, a 6'1", sophomore guard, 10.3 points, 8 rebounds per game. And Trayshawn Baldwin, a 6'2", senior forward, 4.7 points, 5.3 rebounds per contest.
The keys to win brought to us by the Lilliard Insurance Agency. For the New Prairie Cougars, it's a next man up mentality for Drew Lutz's team. They have to value each possession and secure the rebound. Jimtown needs to diagnose the different defenses of New Prairie, play with pace, and take and make good shots. This is the 59th meeting between these two teams, as we see in the OSMC Series history. The first meeting happened in 1969, and last year Jimtown won it by a count of 58-27 on a December night in New Carlisle. Opening tip-off is brought to us by Babsco. John Walszewski, the only official in this game with hair, will toss it up. And New Prairie wins the opening tip. Cougars are 1-3 on the year. They beat John Glenn by 4. They lost by 6 to Mishawaka, 7 to Michigan City Marquette, and then last Saturday in that game where they really got banged up, they lost to LaPorte by 20. Jimtown with the steal, 2-1 on the year. They've beaten Prairie Heights and Career Academy. They lost a 3-point heartbreaker down at Culver Academy last Saturday night. Jackson Woolwine, the sophomore, handles it up top for Ryan Vargas Jimmies, and New Prairie will open up in a man-to-man defense and get the steal from Jagger Daniels. Here's a 3 on the way, but misfiring. The rebound up and in by Hunter Nelson. Nelson, the 6'7" senior, averaging 5 a game, gives the Cougars the first lead of the night. Jackson Woolwine and Will Spurgeon play catch on the perimeter for the Jimmies. Down in the corner, that's Xander Whitaker. Spurgeon, one of the leading scorers in the state, gets it inside, but the shot missed by Dominic Fay. And on the held ball rebound, it'll go to Jimtown.
New Prairie Slam Dunk Club proudly supports the New Prairie boys basketball team. We wish the players and coaches the best to have a great season in 2025 and 2026.
Jimmy's retaining possession. Whitaker down in the corner to Woolwine. And the New Prairie bench engaged, encouraging the defense. Here's Fay kicking it back outside. Woolwine for 3, ring it up. Jackson Woolwine with the three-pointer, and the Jimmies grab the lead. He's 33% shooter from three-point range. Another turnover for New Prairie. Fay with the scoop for 2. Turnovers were a huge problem for New Prairie a year ago. They have made some progress on that, but with Wigginton out of the lineup, their backcourt will be pressed.
And this is their first game, a reminder, without Wigginton. Great job there against the press. Getting the ball inside for the bucket is Hunter Nelson.
Here's Spurgeon coming the other way into the paint. Woolwine for 3, ring it up. Back-to-back threes for the sophomore Jackson Woolwine. He takes more threes than 2s. And it's an 8-4 Jimmy lead.
Well, he only had made 4 coming into the night for the season through the first 3 games, and now already has 2 here in the first 3 minutes of this contest.
Miles McSorley, the freshman, handles it up top. Here's Dylan Bishop. Bishop playing with a little bit of an Achilles problem, but toughing it out because his team really needs him right now. Daniels, nice feed underneath, but it kicks off the feet of a New Prairie player, still loose on the floor, and finally the Cougars come away with it with Dalton Clark. Just over 5 minutes to go here in the first. Clark hands it off. Daniels, the de facto leader of this team right now on the floor. Dylan Bishop. 3 on the way by McSorley. And the freshman will bring it up. Miles McSorley with just his 4th three-pointer of the season. And the Cougars back within 1. Dominic Fay. Fade away from 14, won't go. Rebound battled for off of whom? John Walszewski says it's New Prairie ball.
It's Michiana. The snow and ice are just getting started. Thankfully, the experts at Tire Rack know a thing or two about conquering winter's worst. They've got the dedicated winter tires that will elevate your drive and keep you safe. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. You see that last 3. Brought to you by Superior Tool and Die on the replay.
Carson Gingrich has checked into the lineup for the Jimmies. First player off the bench in this game, a little more than 3.5 minutes in. Daniels double teamed on the wing, gets it to Clark. Here's Bishop. Looking for help. McSorley gets the instruction from the New Prairie bench. And the Cougars trying to take some time and value each possession. Nice kick out to Clark. He shuffles it to Bishop for 3, but that's off the mark. And here come the Jimmies the other way with Will Spurgeon.
2 totally different paces of play, to say the least, so far in this game. And as you would expect, based on the situations for both teams, Jimtown scoring so many points per game. New Prairie out without their leading scorer.
Spurgeon with a line drive 3 that time, his 7th of the season. You'll see Jimtown with 3 three-pointers here in the first quarter, and they take an 11-7 lead.
New Prairie families want to let you know about the great work the New Prairie National Honor Society does. We keep our grades high. NHS members challenge themselves with rigorous curriculum and consistently maintain strong academic standing. Go Cougars.
Ball saved by Daniels right in front of the Jimtown bench. Clark now to McSorley. Thought about pulling the trigger on the 3. Instead, New Prairie will work some more time here on the possession. Bishop, what a spin. Rejected by Baldwin, but a foul call.
We're going to get some free throws here, brought to you by the New Prairie Key Club. He got a lot of ball, but he got a lot of body too, as you see here on the replay, brought to you by Superior Tool and Die. And good luck, Jimtown, from your friends at Superior Tool and Die. Since 1952, Superior Tool and Die provides quality products, on-time deliveries, and integrity in all the work they do. Call Superior Tool and Die to discuss your large or small projects.
Free throw sponsored by the New Prairie Key Club. Dylan Bishop is only a 52% free throw shooter on the year. 6'3" senior, averaging 6.5 points per game. As Anj told you, a 3-sport athlete, member of both the baseball and tennis teams at New Prairie. Second free throw is good, and it's an 11-8 Jimmy lead. Woolwine with a nice pass to Fay. Spurgeon into the zone, and a foul called on the floor.
Before the game, we featured our Student Athletes of the Week, presented by Tony Letcher. Tony, a lifelong resident of Michiana, licensed insurance agent with Health Markets. If you need insurance, Tony's your guy. Google Tony Letcher Health Markets to connect.
Xander Whitaker comes in to replace Trayshawn Baldwin. They want to keep Baldwin out of foul trouble. Here's the 3 by Spurgeon that's off the mark. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll go to Jimtown.
New Prairie Key Club is driven in its efforts to help others. They organize food drives, clothing drives, and a stuffed animal drive for children in difficult situations. Thank you, New Prairie families, for sponsoring this message.
Dominic Fay. Now Spurgeon into the paint. Foul line. Jumper won't go. And a loose ball rebound collected by Jagger Daniels. Cougars only trailing by 3. 2 minutes left here in the first. Daniels tried to get a step on Whitaker that time. Lost the dribble, needs help. McSorley, good speed, but the pass goes awry, and here comes Jimtown the other way with Dominic Fay. Woolwine pulls up. Can't hit it. He was too close. Rebound up by Whitaker, no good. And Bishop skies for the carom.
First time New Prairie has moved the ball up the court quickly. Now they'll settle it down and reset here.
Dangerous pass by McSorley, but it got through to Bishop.
Jimtown's defense has been really good early on here.
Well, that's an area they take a lot of pride in, but McSorley was able to get loose inside. The freshman has 5 here in the first, and the ball knocked out of bounds by Clark.
Jimmy's defense actually hurt him on that last possession because it opened up an opportunity for New Prairie. As you take a look at the replay here, brought to you by Superior Tool and Die, gave the pass underneath and the bucket inside. Unconventional way for New Prairie to get that basket, but pulls them within 1 with just over a minute to play here in the quarter.
Spurgeon was going to take a 3, but instead Xander Whitaker called for a moving screen. He hip-checked a Cougar right into the bleachers, and it's 11-10 Jimtown, but New Prairie gets the ball.
Thank you, Jimtown Pizza, located across the street from Jimtown High School, for feeding our crew tonight with their hand-tossed pizza. Jimtown Pizza keeps its old school as a carry-out restaurant that accepts cash or check only. Jimtown Pizza, your hometown pizza place.
Always good stuff.
So good.
McSorley on the move outside. Bishop, not really a three-point shooter, lost the handle on it. Ball goes awry and knocked out of bounds off Daniels. And Jimtown will get it back with a 1-point lead.
Patients trust OSMC because they deliver more than treatment. They provide care that's accessible, high quality, and transparent. Get the care you need when you need it. Visit osmc.com or their OrthoCare walk-in clinic in Granger off University Drive.
Spurgeon tried to Euro step, then the ball went into the popcorn popper for a little bit. Finally, New Prairie gets it back. Cougars could hold for the last shot here. You see the clock, bottom of the screen on the TireRack.com scoreboard. Bishop slices in. Clark back outside to McSorley for 3. That won't go. And the first quarter comes to an end here at Jerry Cook Court on the campus of Jimtown High School. New Prairie talked about resilience coming in. They've shown it. Miles McSorley had 5 points in the first. Jimtown with a 1-point lead after one on Sports Michiana.
My name's Elizabeth, and I've been a member of the Notre Dame Credit Union for about 37 years. I had been driving a Prius, and I liked the Prius. But unfortunately, I live on a hill, and when it snows, I had a problem. So I called the credit union, told them I needed a new car. We did everything over the phone and the internet, picked up the car, and it was all done in less than a week. I would recommend the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union without question.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Tire Rack. TireRack.com is the way tire buying should be. With time now for our first Patrick sideline report of the night. Bo Hundt, your thoughts on that first quarter?
We got some very talented underclassmen on this court, guys. McSorley for New Prairie, Fay and Woolwine for Jimtown. Just key guys that really get in there. They don't look like freshmen and sophomore the way they play out there in the court. Very talented teams we got going against each other. I think the defense, the zone for New Prairie is giving Jimtown a little fits, trying to get it inside, guys.
Thank you, Bo. Second quarter being brought to us by our friends at the St. Joseph County Police Department.
The New Prairie Slam Dunk Club proudly supports the New Prairie boys basketball program. We wish the players and coaches the best and have a great season. And timeouts tonight also brought to you by the New Prairie Slam Dunk Club.
And New Prairie will start the second quarter with possession of the basketball, trailing by 1. Interesting to see that Drew Lutz has not gone to his bench yet here in the first half. McSorley, the freshman, with the ball outside. Dylan Bishop looking for help. and has it knocked away and stolen. Here's Spurgeon out ahead of everybody for 2. And a foul called from behind. Fouls on Dylan Bishop, and it's an old-fashioned three-point play attempt for Spurgeon as you get another look at the steal and score from our friends at Superior Tool and Die.
And here's a situation where you just cannot commit that foul. You're coming from behind. He's going to score the points. The odds are more than likely that the best-case scenario is you're fouling him. Yes, of course, get him to the free throw line and he shoots 2, but the odds are so high that he makes the basket and has an opportunity for a three-point play, and that's what happens.
And that's the second foul on Dylan Bishop, so Evan Chalminiak comes into the game and gets the ball in his hand right away. Cougars, though, showing a good skill at breaking the press, and Miles McSorley, the beneficiary of the easy layup. He has 7 of the 12 for the Cougars.
Reminder, he is a freshman. Bo was talking about sophomores and juniors. McSorley is even a freshman, and he's been great.
How about the senior Will Spurgeon, his second 3 of the night, and a timeout called by New Prairie. It's sponsored by the New Prairie Slam Dunk Club. 7:16 to go first half. Jimtown by 5 on Sports Michiana.
For over 100 years, experience and inspiration have been the foundation of Big C Lumber. I'm Mark Young. Deciding on the perfect cabinetry for your home can be overwhelming. It's best to depend on our consultants with decades of experience at Big C Lumber. Your needs and wishes will be matched with our guidance in the creation of new spaces. We call this customer-inspired design, representing your personality, your style. Visit Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless.
Some say hustle and heart don't mix. But at Patrick, we prove otherwise every day. We're bold in our ambition and grounded in respect. Here, leadership is a mindset, and every voice matters. Built on integrity, fueled by collaboration, and united by purpose, we're stronger together. This is Patrick. We are better together.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Reliance, uniquely crafted to fit your lifestyle. 7:16 to go in the first half. Jimtown with a 5-point lead, 17-12 on the New Prairie Cougars. Jimmy's looking for their 3rd win of the season.
I think that timeout was as much about, obviously Jimtown had scored some points in a row, and there's a basket by New Prairie from Jagger Daniels, but also to give the Cougars a little bit of a break there. He calls a full timeout because they really haven't rotated too many guys in. Only one guy is coming off the bench for New Prairie so far in this game.
Fay has his shot blocked by Hunter Nelson. Spurgeon, a deep 3. That's off the mark. But the rebound corralled by Xander Whitaker. Spurgeon, great pass to Whitaker for 2. Xander Whitaker's first basket of the game for the 6'1 sophomore, who's kind of like the Swiss Army knife with this Jimtown team.
Each team now with 4 different players that have scored so far here tonight.
And a 5-point Jimtown lead. Clark did a great job to get the ball back, but here's Fay to the other end for 2. Dominic Fay with 4. And the Jimmies make it a 7-point spread, their biggest lead of the night.
New Prairie's National Honor Society supports families in need during the holidays and give back in big ways by providing gifts, food, and hope when it matters most. Thank you, New Prairie families, for sponsoring this message.
Battle for the loose ball, and was there a timeout called? It appears as though there was. Timeout called by Jimtown. Timeouts tonight sponsored by the New Prairie Slam Dunk Club. Back in 30 on Sports Michiana.
You don't always see the backbone of American products. You feel it. Ferret is where smart work meets hard work. We serve the USA by manufacturing purpose-built metal components that solve the problems others walk past. And we put in the work that makes 4th and Long feel like 1st and Goal. Calling all engineers and makers, past, present, and future. Your next career move begins at Ferret.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by the St. Joseph County Police Department. Join the team and help protect and serve our community. 21-14 Jimtown.
I was going to say, good start to the second quarter, brought to you by the St. Joseph County Police Department for the Jimmies, as they're now up by a touchdown after it was just a 1-point lead for Jimtown going into the second quarter. They've really started to dominate this game.
Whitaker with a nice little turnaround jumper in the paint. He has 4. And the Jimmies now lead it by 9.
The Jimtown Athletic Department and coaches would like to give a big thank you to all the amazing fans, parents, and staff for working together. Community support is what makes Jimtown such a great place.
Clark, great hands by McSorley, and the freshman can't get it to go. The rebound comes to Dominic Fay. The younger brother of Dylan now playing at Olivet. Fay takes that shot, and the 3-point foul will be called on Miles McSorley.
Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic in Granger is a family-focused practice that treats newborns to professional athletes and everyone in between. They offer high-level chiropractic care, digital x-ray diagnostics, and non-surgical spinal decompression. Google Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic to learn more.
Fay is a 79% foul shooter. He has 5 points on the night. His career high came last Saturday in the win or the loss to Culver Academies when he had 25. The self-proclaimed better looking of the Fay brothers hits the second.
Want to help your team look, speaking of trying to look great, want to help your team look great, It Stops Can Help. They are the official outfitter for a number of local schools and even Sports Michiana. They can do a lot more than just clothes. Learn more at itstops.net.
7 points now for Dominic Fay. And Jimtown has opened up a 12-point lead here in the second quarter. As Anj said, it was just a 1-point game after 1. Daniels nearly had it taken away. Set a 3 on the way from Eli McDonald. It's an air ball, and here comes Jimtown the other way. Spurgeon in a hurry, takes it in, can't hit the layup, and the rebound to Colton Kriska. And we've got Will Spurgeon down on the floor right now in the paint for Jimtown. Slow to get up.
Hit in the head or something?
Looked like he might have taken an elbow to the back of the head. That's where he's reaching. And so he'll come out of the game, and the Jimmies will go to the bench. And that's one of the leading scorers in the state going to see the trainer down at the end of the bench.
At its core, the New Prairie Key Club is about serving the local community. They host big events, but they also make an impact with important gestures like writing cards to those at the Ronald McDonald House. Thank you to the Key Club from the New Prairie families.
Jagger Daniels, left-hand dribble. Kriska outside. Now Chelminian. The problem New Prairie has on the floor right now is they have a couple of people that just aren't going to shoot the ball. And Jimtown has identified that. They overplay the passing lanes, and Fay gets another steal and deuce. And a timeout called by Drew Watts. It's sponsored by the New Prairie Slam Dunk Club. 3:56 to go before halftime. 28-14 Jimtown on Sports Michiana.
Why do our auto insurance rates keep going up? Oh.
Dramatic increases in parts, labor, and medical care are causing auto insurance rates to soar nationwide. Lilliard's Insurance can protect you from auto rate increases with our available rate lock feature. And because Lilliard's Insurance is a local business, you get better service and deal with actual people. Hi, I'm Matt Lilliard. Call or text us today to see if you qualify.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week being brought to you by Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. They're putting people over profits. Chuck Freeby, Angelo, Carlo, Hundt back with you from Jerry Cook Court. 28-14, Jimtown has the lead.
Big C Lumber is the best choice for your next home improvement project. Family owned for over 100 years, they know the ins and outs of every home project you need completed, and our knowledgeable sales staff will help you get the job done. See the difference a culture of caring can make at Big C Lumber.
Eli McDonald misfiring on the 3, but Jagger Daniels gets the steal for New Prairie.
They needed that. Been outscored here 17-4 in this second quarter after being down just 1 after one quarter.
Daniels handling the ball up top. McDonald outside to Chelminiak. Jimtown just playing tenacious man-to-man defense. Something that their previous coach Tyler Layton harped on, and Ryan Varga has carried that over here in his tenure. McDonald's three swishes. Eli McDonald with his first points of the season for the 6'2 junior. And New Prairie back within 11. Fay gets it outside to Whitaker. Woolwine had that hot hand early. And Jimtown's attack, as a ball caroms off the foot of Clark, but Jimtown's attack a little bit different without Spurgeon in the lineup.
No question. I think they're not obviously moving the ball as quickly as they were, and it's giving New Prairie maybe a chance to catch their breath here a little bit as they are working in different guys. As you mentioned, McDonald hasn't made a varsity point until that bucket. And now here's a steal for the Cougars and a foul
from behind on Xander Whitaker, his second. But Spurgeon, here's some good news for the Jimmies. He's going to come back into the lineup, so apparently the Nugget is okay.
Locally owned Central Automotive in downtown South Bend is your answer for oil changes, brakes, air conditioning repair, general maintenance, and more. Check them out at Lafayette and Colfax Central Automotive. We're here for all your automotive needs.
Trayshawn Baldwin, the 6'2 senior, checks back into the game. New Prairie trying to cut it down to single digits here with 2:24 to go before halftime. Coming up at halftime, we'll have those Tom's Car Care Center halftime highlights and take you around the area with the McInnes Realty High School scoreboard. A pushing foul called here on Dominic Fay, his first.
Ferret Custom Roll Forming, the best choice in metal fabrication, provides ISO certified quality with unparalleled service and support. At Ferret Custom Roll Forming, we form value. Learn more at ferretrollforming.com.
New Prairie trying to adopt to life without its leading scorer, Brody Wigginson, who tore his ACL last Saturday in the game against LaPorte. And the Cougars have had problems hanging on to the basketball tonight. Will Spurgeon gets the steal and score. He has 11.
He's got 8 here in the second quarter, despite missing about a couple minutes of game action while they checked him out on the sideline after he got hit in the head.
Spurgeon averaging 26.7 a game. Oh, the bank open in Bago Township on a Friday night for the freshman Miles McSorley. He has 10.
You never know what Notre Dame Federal Credit Union is going to provide. A little late night hours.
Rebound by Baldwin, swatted away by McSorley, and the ball goes out of bounds to New Prairie.
One thing I'll give New Prairie credit for, they're not afraid to shoot it. You know, they get an opportunity. They have a guy open. They're going to put it up, whether or not they're going to bank it in or what. Or whether or not it was McDonald earlier making his first points, they don't care. They're going to put it up, and that's good to see for the Cougars.
Baldwin called for the charge. That's a drill that New Prairie really works on every day in practice, and Hunter Nelson stood right in there and took the charge.
Looking to buy or sell a home, McInnes Realty is where service comes first, family and veteran owned. They proudly serve our community heroes through the Homes for Heroes program, helping you save when you buy or sell. Learn more at McInnesRealty.com.
But New Prairie having to handle this relentless pressure from the Jimtown defense. Jagger Daniels over in the corner to McSorley. He's had the hot hand for the Cougars with 10. Chelminiak.
Minute left here in the half. New Prairie down by 10. It's been as much as 14, so can they get this to single digits by halftime?
McSorley trying to indicate that he is bleeding, and Jimmy Arnett sees that. And
it might be a nosebleed.
It is. And so Jimmy will escort him over to the New Prairie bench, and the trainer will follow in hot pursuit.
They were calling a 5-second violation, I believe, for a second. I hope that'll get corrected here. And I don't know if they're allowed to change the call without knowing that.
And there's blood on the court, so we're going to take a quick timeout while they clean that up. 30 seconds back on Sports Michiana.
Shopping for tires used to really ruffle my feathers. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack made it easy to identify the right tires. No more searching high and low. I got the best deal. TireRack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose a mobile installer. They brought the tires to my neck of the woods and put them on, right here in my driveway.
You're all done.
Thank you. When it's time for new tires, trust the experts. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Ledger, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Ledger today to schedule your free consultation or visit tledger.com.
Carlo, the third member of our crew, Bo Hundt, joins us with a Patrick sideline report. What do you have?
Well, when McSorley got hit in the face, he was complaining that, why wasn't there a foul called? The blood's coming out of my face, and it was very apparent. Jimmy Arnett, head of the St. Joe Valley Coaches Association, walking with him, he said, I can't call anything that I don't see. So it's something that happened in the corner. Nobody saw it. Yes, you are bleeding. Yes, you probably got hit in the face, but it's nothing that we can call in this scenario, guys.
Yeah, I don't even know when, until Jimmy actually saw the blood coming out of McSorley's nose, I don't think he realized what was going on in that situation. Because obviously things happen on the court, and they appear to have finally got it cleaned up, and we'll get back to action here momentarily. Let you know that Notre Dame Federal Credit Union is the financial institution of choice for Sports Michiana, plus hundreds of churches and schools utilize their unique Elevate tools to help raise funds and drive your mission. Go to NotreDameFCU.com/elevate to learn more. Now, the interesting part is, who's got the ball here?
Here's the Superior Tool. Oh, there's the shot to the face right there.
On the Superior Tool and Die replay. Again, he was trying to go for the ball. Wasn't intentional, but he definitely got hit right in the face. But again, it is New Prairie ball. Okay, that's good.
You can understand, though, why McSorley is
why?
Hey, I just got popped in the nose.
Yeah.
Where's the call?
Yeah, they actually had to go back and clean up the whole length of where McSorley was walking just to double check, because he might have had blood dropping out of his nose all the way through, even all the way to the New Prairie bench.
There was no might have. He did.
Okay.
So 49.3 left in the first half. Here's Jagger Daniels on the outside. But the problem for New Prairie is they got to finish the half without their top scorer for the night. And over the back foul called on Hunter Nelson. And that'll have Caden Mayfield checking into the game for the first time tonight for New Prairie, as 6'4" senior, to take the place of Nelson. A little token pressure here from New Prairie in the backcourt with a 1-2-2. Woolwine gets out of the trap.
McSorley back to the bench now for New Prairie, so that's a good sign.
Dominic Fay to the paint, and he draws the contact and the foul, and he'll go to the line for two.
Since 1959, Patrick Industries in Elkhart has empowered outdoor enthusiasts to achieve next-level recreation experiences. Patrick is a proud supporter of our local teams and athletes, empowering excellence on and off the court. As you take a look at that replay that sends Fay to the line, the replay brought to you by Superior Tool and Die.
And Fay misses the first. Dominic averaging 13 points a game in this his sophomore campaign. Young man with a 3.9 GPA, so maybe in a couple of years you're talking to him as one of our Tony Letcher Health Market Student Athletes of the Week.
Would fall in the family footsteps. Dylan was the Student Athlete of the Week last year.
Thank goodness they're like their mother. Here's Chelminiak on the outside.
That didn't sound like praise for mom as much as a diss at dad.
Could be. Eli McDonald fakes, fires, can't get it to go. And the first half has come to an end with Jimtown on top of New Prairie by a score of 31-20. Bo Hundt showing blazing speed as he goes cross court to haul down Ryan Varga for a Patrick sideline report.
Coach, you go into halftime up by 9. Your defense really played well and really led to a lot of those points. Your thoughts on that first half?
I think we gave up 12 points that quarter, which is a little bit too much for our likings. We like to keep it between 6 and 8. We're doing some good things. Gambling a little bit too much, not staying solid. I'm not really happy with our shot selection, but our defense has to pick it up a little bit more.
Ryan, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right, stick around, everybody. A lot to talk about here at the intermission, including our Tom's Car Care Center halftime highlights that comes your way next on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week.
Let's be honest, shopping for window treatments can be a real pain in the glass. Shades, shutters, blinds, drapes, the options are endless. Avoid expensive mistakes and return shipping with online retailers. Call the local team at Quality Window Treatments. Their entirely local process makes choosing the right look for your space easy. They bring the showroom to you during your in-person consultation. And with hands-off local installation, you never make a measurement. Visit QualityWindowTreatment.com to book your free consultation and see your space in a whole new light.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family. Tom's Car Care Center.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
Get cozy this season with Surf Fiber Internet plans starting at just $30 a month with AutoPay. The holidays bring more guests, more devices, and more reasons to go fiber fast. With Surf, you'll enjoy free installation, no contracts, no data caps, and all-in pricing that keeps things simple and affordable. Stay connected, stream your favorites, and share every moment without slowing down. Because with Surf, your internet is fast, reliable, and local. Get Surf Fiber Fast Internet today. Visit surfinternet.com for more information.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by McInnes Realty. It's realty with a purpose. Halftime here at Jerry Cook Court with Jimtown on top of New Prairie 31-20. Kids taking shots down at the bucket. We saw plenty of shots in that first half from both teams as we welcome you inside the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Chuck Freeby and Angelo Carlo high above the fray. You just got some first half stats handed to you, and I think the one that probably stands out the most is the 9 turnovers for New Prairie.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure from Jimtown's defense was relentless the entire half. New Prairie did a great job in that first quarter. I don't know if Jimtown knew what to expect from New Prairie with Wigington out of the game and not playing here tonight, so New Prairie hung tough. And then it kind of felt like our game from last Friday where just the team that was a little bit bigger, more experienced, was wearing New Prairie out, and that's what Jimtown was able to do in that second quarter, open up an 11-point lead here at the half.
Let's show you how it got to be this way here on the Tom's Car Care Center halftime highlights as we look at the first half action. And Miles McSorley had it going on early on for New Prairie as he hit that three, but we have come back apparently live to the pep band here at Jimtown High School. Back to the highlights as McSorley hit that one, but the Jimtown defense applied pressure and Will Spurgeon converted the layup. He got the bucket in the bump right there for 11 points. Then it was Dominic Fay with the steal. Fay had 10 in that first half. And that's how it rolled for the Jimtown Jimmies as they have this 11-point halftime lead, 31-20 over New Prairie. When we return, we'll have the McInnes Realty Around the Area halftime scoreboard. Comes your way next on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week.
My name is Chuck. I'm a member of Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. The flexibility of having a HELOC made it simple to add items as we were going through the process of updating our house. So we didn't have to do everything at once. We could do it a little at a time as things changed, which made it flexible for us to use builders when they had downtime and get better prices for them. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Notre Dame Federal Credit Union.
Ready to be part of our winning team? The St. Joseph County Police Department is hiring, and we are looking for people of all ages who want to make a difference. With a starting salary of $52,000 plus full benefits, including medical, dental, vision, and vacation, you are in control of your future. So whether you're just entering the game or looking for a new position, now is the time to get off the sideline. Learn more today at sjcpd.org.
Why is Babsco the premier electrical distributor? Because they have breakers, boxes, switches, resets, clamps, tapes, relays, covers, timers, batteries, wires, labels, ballast, T-string, fixtures, plugs, tubing, lamps, load centers, and conduit. You can do it with Babsco Supply. With 2 locations in Elkhart and Warsaw. Visit Babsco.com. Babsco Supply, where they have everything.
This edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week is being brought to you in part by Patrick, empowering outdoor enthusiasts since 1959. Time now to look at our McInnes Realty Around the Area High School scoreboard as we welcome you back inside the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Some finals in the girls' side up in Michigan tonight. St. Joe now 2-0. They beat Battle Creek Lakeview 53-51 in overtime. Portage Northern top Lakeshore 50-31. Three Rivers over Vicksburg 43-35. In Indiana girls basketball tonight, LaVille leads Knox 26-20 in the fourth quarter. Jimtown trailing John Glenn in girls basketball at the half, 21-7. Warsaw with a 26-3 lead on Plymouth in the second. Northridge on top of Concord 23-4 in the second. Riley leads Washington at the half, 41-19. Boys basketball tonight in Michigan. Brandywine leading Our Lady of the Lake 55-28 in the fourth. St. Joseph on top of Battle Creek Lakeview 16-14 in the second. Indiana Winnemac leads Argus 38-3 at the half. You would think that's a football game with that kind of score. Wow. Counts on top of South Central 19-9 in the second, and Caston leading Carroll 17-10 in the second. So that's our McInnes Realty Around the Area High School basketball scoreboard. When we come back, we'll hear from Bo Hundt what Drew Lutz had to say at the half to his team. Jimtown on top of New Prairie 31-20 here on Sports Michiana.
Finding private health insurance can be stressful. What if it didn't have to be? I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I prefer to personally meet with my clients so I can get a better understanding of your needs and budget. I can even review your current coverage. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
Shopping for tires used to really rub me the wrong way. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack's tire decision guide made it easy to find the right tires. Talk about secret sauce. You might ask, well, you bought them. Now how are you going to put them on? No problem. TireRack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose one that does mobile installation. A technician brought the tires right to my house. He's installing them now.
Almost finished, Herb. Take your time.
I'm just marinating. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless. Let's go downstairs for a Patrick Sideline report. Bo Hundt, what did Drew Lutz have to say at the break?
Well, exactly what all of us was talking about. He said, we need to take care of the basketball. He goes, we did a horrible job in the first half. We way too many turnovers. Have to take care of that basketball. And he said, when guys are coming off the bench, they need to be ready to go right away. He said he had some guys come off there late in the second half, and they were a little sluggish out there. They need to be ready to go as soon as they come off the bench.
He talked in his keys to win about valuing possessions. He also talked about rebounding.
Yeah, and rebounding was definitely a problem in that first half for New Prairie. Jimtown out-rebounding the Cougars 15-6 in the first half. So you combine that with a 9-5 differential in turnovers, that's where you're going to get an 11-point difference here at halftime as we head into the third quarter. And I understand what Drew Lutz is saying about guys being ready to go. You kind of felt like guys getting their first experience, felt those Friday night lights coming into play there a little bit as they adjusted. And again, it's their first game without Brody Wigington, so it's a little bit of an alarming change of pace for them.
And Wigington was averaging 15 points a game, and that's almost an unfair average because that included the time that he spent against LaPorte, which was only about a quarter. He was actually averaging about 18 to 19 points a game prior to that contest. Jimtown with the ball to start the third quarter, leading by 11. They nearly throw it away, but Xander Whitaker corrals it.
New Prairie Slam Dunk Club proudly supports the New Prairie boys basketball team. We wish the players and coaches the best and have a great season.
Whitaker, a 50% three-point shooter, drills that trifecta. And the Jimmies go back up by 14, which matches their largest lead. Jagger Daniels with the ball. Over to Miles McSorley.
Good to see McSorley back on the floor after having that nosebleed after being popped in the face late in the second quarter.
Dylan Bishop down the lane for two. The Bishop moving diagonally across the floor has three.
Nice moves there by Dylan getting the bucket, and much needed one here for the Cougars.
Woolwine to Fay. Spurgeon wide open for three, misses. But Fay hustles down the loose ball. And the rebounding disadvantage continues for New Prairie. Baldwin, nice dish underneath to Spurgeon for two.
And then the help defense lacking there, and we got a timeout on the floor here brought to you by New Prairie Slam Dunk Club. We'll be back right after this on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week.
Yes, I was just in a bad car accident. I need help.
I'm in a call center. How am I supposed to help you? Did you buy this insurance over the interweb?
Yes.
You think this can wait till after my lunch break?
No, your lunch can wait.
When this happens, you'll understand why it's important to have a local agent. The Lilliard Insurance Agency is just that agency. We're a local agency and we're here to take care of you. Call the Lilliard Agency today.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week brought to you by the Lilliard Insurance Agency. Real people, real service, real value, real nice feed underneath to Will Spurgeon on the Superior Tool and Die replay. You'll get a look at this feed from Baldwin to Spurgeon.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
That's all right. You may see it later on in the Big C Lumber big play of the game possibility, to say the least.
Trayshawn Baldwin picks up his third foul. He got a shoulder into Jagger Daniels that time.
Tire Rack doesn't just sell tires, they test them on the road and on their test track. Learn how the tires you want, tackle evasive maneuvers, drive and stop in the rain, or just handle the everyday commute. Go to TireRack.com to see their test results, tire ratings, and consumer reviews. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Tucker Saloff just checked into the game now for Jimtown. He wears number 10. This is Jagger Daniels up top. Daniels with the handles up top. Trying to get around Jackson Woolwine, and a foul called on Woolwine. You might wonder about that name, Jagger Daniels. Jagger told me before the game his folks were expecting a girl. They had a J name all picked out for a girl. He's born a boy. They didn't have a J name. Mom's a Mick Jagger fan. He's Jagger Daniels. So it has nothing to do with the 1974 movie 3 the Hard Way. where there was a character named Jagger Daniels.
Yeah, I would have thought it was related to Mick Jagger. I would not have thought about the 1973 movie. Did you really?
Fred the Hammer Williamson, who was a commentator on Monday Night Football, played in that movie. That's the only reason I knew that. Dylan Bishop with the shot misfires, and here's Clark with the rebound.
That was 9 years before I was born.
Things happened then before you were born, son. Foul called on Jimtown. It's called history class.
Free throws coming up, brought to you by the New Prairie National Honor Society. Good luck, Jimtown, from your friends at Superior Tool and Die. Since 1952, Superior Tool and Die provides quality products, on-time deliveries, and integrity in all the work they do. Call Superior Tool and Die to discuss your large or small project. Was that a Best Picture nominee, Chuck?
It was not.
Okay.
It was not. I don't think Fred the Hammer Williamson was ever in anything that got a Best Picture nomination. Caden Mayfield at the foul line, taking free throws sponsored by the New Prairie National Honor Society. Goes 1 for 2 at the stripe. That's his season percentage as well. 6'4" senior on the board. That's a 13-point Jimtown lead. Will Spurgeon on the dribble for the Jimmies. Woolwine with a nice move. Wing jumper doesn't go. And the rebound to Jagger Daniels. Daniels with a little stop-and-go move as he works against Woolwine. 3 on the way for McSorley, rims out. Then the carom comes to Dominic Fay, stripped away, but Woolwine is there to retrieve it. Spurgeon down the baseline and draws the contact from Caden Mayfield.
That was like entrapment. He just stopped and knew everyone was going to hit him. Good move there by Will Spurgeon. Thank you to Tony Letcher for his incredible support of Sports Michiana as you take a look at the replay brought to you by Superior Tool and Die. Tony is a licensed insurance agent with Health Markets. If you're looking for assistance with Medicare, family, or individual health insurance, Google Tony Letcher Health Markets or visit tletcher.com.
Mayfield fouls Spurgeon again. That's the second on Mayfield, and this time Spurgeon will be going to the foul line to try to add to his point total of 13 points. He is an 82% free throw shooter on the year.
Hey, one more thank you to Jimtown Pizza, located across the street from Jimtown High School, for feeding our crew tonight with their hand-tossed pizza. Jimtown Pizza keeps it old school as a carry-out restaurant. They accept cash or check only. Jimtown Pizza, your hometown pizza place. By the way, if you ever order from Jimtown Pizza, get some chicken tenders because those things are really good too.
Daniels for 3. The iron unkind, but the rebound comes to Mayfield, who puts it up. Can't get it to go. Excuse me, that was Dylan Bishop that time.
Jimtown an opportunity to take their largest lead of the game. Right now they're up by 14, which matches it. Jimmy's slowing down the tempo here in the third quarter as well.
Woolwine handling it up top. Jimtown trying to go to 3-1 on the season. They begin conference play tomorrow night when they go down to Dale Cox Gymnasium to take on Michael Edison's LaVille Lancers. Spinning move here, and the shot made by Dominic Fay. He has 12.
I want to give a shout out to both coaches and the athletic directors for their willingness to actually move this game from last night, originally scheduled, to tonight, so it could be the Sports Michiana Game of the week. The reason being, we wouldn't have had a crew for Thursday night to be able to do the game, so we said, if you guys want to move it to Friday, we can make it happen, and everyone said, hey, we want to make it happen. We want to be on the Game of the Week, so thank you to Coach Varga and everyone here at Jimtown in particular, and then New Prairie for reciprocating as well.
No shot. Spurgeon was fouled on the floor. And we'll see who the foul is called on. It's going to be on Mayfield again, and that's the third.
At OSMC, you're not just treated, you're cared for, guided from diagnosis through recovery from clarity and trust. Get the care you need when you need it. Visit OSMC.com or their OrthoCare walk-in clinic in Granger off University Drive.
Dalton Clark goes to the bench as Evan Chilmeniak checks in, and Spurgeon with a pretty left-hand layup now has 16. Jimmy's leading 41-23. But boy, do they have a gauntlet of a schedule coming up as Daniels misfires on the 3. Jimtown, after tonight, 3 straight road games. LaVille, Northwood, Fairfield.
No easy ones there.
None. Northwood suffering a tough loss last night on the road at Westview.
Westview's pretty good.
And Brody Garber's Fairfield team still undefeated on the year. New Prairie getting the ball down low, and the shot made by Hunter Nelson, who has 6 tonight.
Good feed there by Jagger Daniels for the points inside. Nelson using that size.
Spurgeon working his way into the paint, had it stripped away, and Nelson gets the ball after the steal by McSorley. You can see some really good parts of this New Prairie team. Obviously, Wigginton would make a huge difference for them as well. But McSorley, Daniels.
Yeah, if they had Wigginton, I think we'd be in the middle of a fantastic ball game right now. And I think hopefully Brody's recovery goes well. It is an ACL. There's never a good time to have a torn ACL, but if you're going to have one, at least early in the season, allows him a good opportunity to get back for next season. So, and maybe for the start of the season. They obviously don't want to rush things, but certainly that's a possibility.
Nelson backing his man down. Pretty good defense that time by Saloff. Spurgeon at the other end converts for 2. 18 now for Will Spurgeon. All Indiana Northern State Conference a year ago and committed to play basketball at Judson.
The New Prairie Slam Dunk Club proudly supports the New Prairie boys basketball team. We wish the players and coaches the best and have a great season.
Here's McSorley with a little between the legs dribble as he works on Fay. Tried to feed it underneath to Nelson, who lost the handle.
The Jimtown Athletic Department and coaches would like to give a big thank you to all the amazing fans, parents, and staff for working together. Community support is what makes Jimtown such a great place.
Some finals starting to trickle in on the McInnes Realty Around the Area scoreboard. Elkhart Christian defeated Lakeland Christian in boys basketball tonight, 57-24, as Woolwine can't get that one to go. On the girls' side, Warsaw continues to roll. They beat arch rival Plymouth 80-17 tonight at the Rock.
We will see the Warsaw girls coming up on January 10th. Saturday night fair in the NLC against Northridge.
Foul called on Will Spurgeon. As you take a look at Drew Lutz, what a resume that he has put together, as our factoid from OSMC will show you here. When you take a look at what Drew Lutz has done in his basketball career, 1,079 points as a player at Penn High School, then went on to play Division I ball at Incarnate Word, and wound up his career being a 2-time NAIA All-American at Bethel. Miles McSorley at the foul line, 60% free throw shooter, missed the first. There you see the factoid. Quite the resume there for Mr. Lutz.
No question, and he's hoping to build on that resume now as a head coach in high school basketball. New Prairie National Honor Society sponsors the free throws, and they model what character looks like. NHS members demonstrate integrity, responsibility, kindness, and a commitment to service in all they do. Thank you, NHS, from New Prairie families.
18-point Jimtown lead. Under a minute to go here in the third. Spurgeon again attacking. Kicks it back outside. Whitaker's 3 rattles out. Woolwine hustles down the loose change. Whitaker nearly drew a foul there, but nothing called. Whitaker now driving the baseline. Lost the handle, and it's picked up by New Prairie. Daniels and the Cougars in a hurry. Bishop with a nice move inside, couldn't get the layup. Fay gets the rebound and fouled by Dylan Bishop.
That was almost the best play of the night for New Prairie. They did everything right except for be able to obviously finish it off for the basket. The transition, everything perfect, great passing. It felt like a team that had been playing together for a long time, and then just unfortunately unable to get the basket to finish.
Final 10 seconds of the third quarter. Spurgeon to the Whitaker in the corner for three. Great way to end the quarter for the Jimtown Jimmies as Xander Whitaker buries the three-pointer, and through three, the Jimmies lead at 46-25 on Sports Michiana.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Michiana area? Call McInnes Realty, Michiana's fastest growing real estate company where service comes first, built on knowledge, care, and community. Through our Homes for Heroes program, we proudly give back to those who serve. Firefighters, law enforcement, EMTs, military, teachers, and healthcare workers, past or present, qualify for hero rewards when they buy or sell with us. Call McInnes Realty today at 574-271-3440.
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Babsco, your trusted electrical distributor. We go downstairs to Bo Hundt for a Patrick Sideline report. Bo, Jimtown went to the semi-state a year ago. They look awfully impressive here tonight. What impresses you the most about them?
I think the biggest thing is the underclassmen, the way they play as confident and no emotion out there, negative emotion. It's all positive emotion. I love the way they move the ball as well. I mean, you got Woolwine on the point, and the way Faye plays underneath and outside as well, and especially the way they play defense. They get after it and cause turnovers, which leads to buckets at the other end of the floor. I think that's one of the biggest things that really impresses me about them, guys.
Topside triple for Miles McSorley finds a home, and McSorley now with 13 tonight to lead New Prairie.
You know what impresses me, meanwhile, about New Prairie is the fact that this is not a team that gives up.
No.
They could have folded a couple times here, and they have not done that. Obviously, Jimtown has really dominated since the end of the first quarter, but New Prairie is fighting out there and playing some really hard-fought basketball, and that has to make Drew Lutz really proud to see as you take a look at the replay brought to you by Superior Tool and Die, and that last three-pointer for Miles McSorley. Outstanding freshman here for the New Prairie Cougars.
New Prairie still working against the pressure defense from Jimtown with 7:27 to go, but that was a point of emphasis for Ryan Varga. He wasn't happy with the loss to Culver Academy last week. He felt his team should be 3-0, but they didn't play well enough on the defensive end against the Eagles. Here's the drive by McSorley, and the 6'2 freshman showing some handles going down the lane. That's his game right there, driving and attacking the basket.
Really good last two possessions for Miles McSorley.
We talked about the upcoming schedule for Jimtown. New Prairie gets a visit from Oregon Davis Tuesday, but I dare say they better enjoy the non-conference portion because the NIC is going to be a grind for the Cougars.
No question about it. The NIC is absolutely loaded this season with teams. The NIC could win four different sectionals that they could win?
Here's a pass, and a backdoor layup is converted by Xander Whitaker, who has 12 points. Well, they're going to have a ton of teams loaded up in a sectional with St. Joe and Riley and Adams and Penn all in one.
Yeah, and then, so maybe not four.
Here's the drive by McSorley, but it doesn't go.
But the way Elkhart played the other night against Goshen, the Elkhart sectional is pretty open.
Faye underneath for two. Dominic with 14, just above his average.
Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic in Granger is a family-focused practice that treats newborns to professional athletes and everyone in between. They offer high-level chiropractic care, digital x-ray diagnostics, and non-surgical spinal decompression. Google Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic to learn more.
McSorley trying to get some help. Good hands that time. Bishop for three. That's off. And the rebound comes to Jimtown. And a foul called on Evan Chelminiak, his first.
New Prairie families want to let you know about the great work the New Prairie Key Club does, including organizing community events like trunk or treat and Easter egg hunts. Keep up the great work, Key Club, and go Cougars.
Nice move by Whitaker here. He goes down the lane. Good head and shoulder fake for two. And Xander Whitaker with 14 points tonight. His career high came against Prairie Heights in the opener of the season when he had 15. Good balance from Ryan Varga's team offensively tonight. McSorley trying to work around people, tried to Euro step, and I think Woolwine is called for coming over with a little hip check. Second on Jackson Woolwine.
There you see all that is keeping the blood inside the nose of Miles McSorley.
Tell you what, though, that has not curbed his aggressiveness.
No. If anything, he's become even more aggressive out there. He probably figures he's got nothing else to lose.
Well, let's hope he does, or else he's got a problem. McSorley outside to Chelminiak. And a reach over ticky-tack call on Trayshawn Baldwin, his fourth. Veteran officiating crew working this one tonight. Kim Curry, his third straight appearance on the Game of the Week, working with our friend Jimmy Arnett and John T. Walczewski, and it's John who makes the call right there.
Have we gotten officials yet for Tuesday night's Bremen Culver Girls Academy battle on Sports Michiana?
Have not checked in on Kim Curry's schedule to see if he's working that one.
He might be, because if he is, I think Jimmy Arnett is playing a fun little game.
Here's Whitaker, had the shot blocked by Hunter Nelson. Here's Jagger Daniels coming the other way. Euro step, draws the contact, and that'll be the fifth on Trayshawn Baldwin. And send Tucker Saloff into the game and send Jagger Daniels to the foul line for free throws, sponsored by the New Prairie National Honor Society.
You take a look at the replay brought to you by Superior Tool and Die, and Daniels with moves like Jagger. It's a little bit more, well, it's a little bit more of a modern reference. Maybe the kids would actually know that one.
We're here to instruct and educate sometimes. Daniels at the foul line, a 47% foul shooter, hits that one. He's got 3 points tonight.
References from obscure movies for 500, Alex, from 50 years ago. Chuck, of course, learned to get the obscure references from, of course, our mentor, Jeff Jeffers.
I was going to say Bob Nagel.
Oh, okay, that's true, too.
Yeah. 20-point ball game. Jimtown in control of this one. Nice left-hand dribble that time by Woolwine. He's going to go to the foul line for two.
Sports Michiana's apparel is courtesy of our friends at It Stops in Mishawaka. Clothes, office supplies, mugs. If you want to put your logo on something, odds are It Stops can make it happen. Locally run since 1976. It Stops gives you the personalized attention you deserve. Learn more at itstops.net.
Jackson Woolwine at the foul line with 6 points tonight. He hit 2 threes in the first quarter. Drains that one. He is now 10 of 10 from the stripe this season.
That's pretty good. Did you jinx him, though?
Of course not.
When you're that good.
30-second timeout with 4:14 to go. It's sponsored by New Prairie Slam Dunk Club. You're watching high school basketball on Sports Michiana.
Shopping for tires used to make me want to blow a gasket. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack made it easy to find great tires at a great price. 2 years of free road hazard protection sealed the deal. TireRack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose a mobile installer. Check this out. A technician brought my new tires right to the house. He's installing them now. All set. Thanks. When it's time for new tires, trust the experts. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week is being brought to us by our friends at Tom's Car Care Center, the Coffee Spot Cafe, and the Waterworks Car Wash. 3 great services in 1 great place. Jimtown by 22 with 4:10 to go in this one. The 59th meeting all time between these two schools on the hardwood. Series dates back to 1969.
They were conference foes in 2 different conferences.
McSorley with a big push off there. Tries to plead his innocence, but he was not.
Well, he was hoping to get a mulligan, right? I mean, you didn't call it on me. You didn't call it when I got hit in the face, so maybe I could get away with one here. It doesn't work that way exactly, and foul is called. But these 2 teams were opponents, rivals in the old original Northern State Conference, then both moved together to the Northern Indiana Conference, and then last year, Jimtown building back up the Indiana Northern State Conference and departed the NIC, New Prairie remaining a member of the NIC.
Drive by Spurgeon. He gets triple team, needs help, and finds Whitaker as the release. Fay into the paint. Now a 3 on the way. That's missed by Spurgeon, and the rebound to Dalton Clark. We talked about the competition in the NIC this year that awaits a team like New Prairie as McSorley misses. St. Joe, Riley expected to be at the head of the class, but Adams has started off 4-0.
Penn has been very good.
Woolwine pulls it back outside.
Then when you talk about the Indiana Northern State Conference, Jimtown likely the favorite, but Bremen likely the favorite as well. That's probably the 2 top dogs, but the Jimmies will have to come off of playing tonight and then go into a conference game tomorrow against LaVille.
And LaVille will not be easy either. Lance Edison,
yeah,
nice player there.
They've been a little up and down so far, but...
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw with Westview the other night as Spurgeon ties it up for the held ball. The alternating possession will go to Jimtown.
Westview is very, very good.
Yeah, we'll likely see the Warriors come January.
Yes.
I would say their date with Fairfield can probably be penciled in, maybe even penned in to the Sports Michiana schedule.
Do you really pen it in, or you just type it in?
Type, yeah.
It's digital now, you know.
Here's a 3 on the way by Fay that can't find the mark, and the rebound to Evan Shilminiak.
Although we did get a handwritten note up here to the press booth.
Tie up underneath. Alternating possession will go to New Prairie, and both teams making liberal use of the bench now as Carson Gingrich comes into the game for Jimtown and Eli McDonald returns for New Prairie. Clark will trigger the inbound for the Cougars with 2 minutes to go in this one. 3 on the way is hit. That looked like Dylan Bishop with that bucket. Bishop now with 6 points. That's his first 3-pointer of the year. Woolwine gets it over to Whitaker. 3 of the starters still in there for the Gyms. Spurgeon attacking the hoop. Fades and can't hit. And the rebound to Hunter Nelson. A little behind the back there. And Bishop will pull the trigger again. Why not? Dylan Bishop now with a couple of 3-pointers. And Ryan Varga calls a timeout with 1:26 to go. And the timeout sponsored by the New Prairie Slam Dunk Club.
Dylan's dad very excited, then got worried that he might knock off one of our cameras here in his excitement up top, taking pictures here next to us. But great job there by Dylan Bishop getting a back-to-back buckets. And again, it goes back to what we were saying before, Chuck, about this being a team that doesn't give up. And that's really impressive. And I think that's something that has been instilled in the program. It was there. They got beat up a lot last year, there's no question, but Ben Wigington did a good job of instilling in this team that you can never give up and take the most of your opportunities. And Drew Lutz has come in now, has taken over as head coach, and is doing a good job of reminding his guys. And this is what we're seeing. One of the things we talked about, they were 1-3 coming in tonight, but they were in every one of their games so far this year, and last year that wasn't the case. So that's a big step for this team, and to do that tonight without your best guy is really impressive.
I think one of the things the players look at Drew Lutz and they can acknowledge his basketball career, because a lot of them can remember his basketball career. He's only 25 years old, and so the players relate to him very well. And they said, he believes in us, we need to believe in ourselves. The three-pointer hit by Jackson Woolwine, and he's the fourth Jimmy in double figures tonight with 11. Here's Chelminiak with a three. That's not going to go, and the rebound comes to Jimtown, and Whitaker will bring it back down for the Jimmies with under a minute to go. Gingrich and Whitaker play catch on the outside, as it looks like the Jimmies are willing to run some clock here. Nice pass underneath, but Saloff couldn't get it to go. And here's Chelminiak holding it outside for the Cougars. Evan, a member of the soccer team, had a couple of goals against New Buffalo earlier this year. Eli McDonald on the drive. A little fadeaway hook shot wouldn't go, but the rebound to the Cougs. Three on the way from Evan Wiseman is short. And here's Jimtown to run out the clock and go to 3-1 on the year with a 57-38 triumph over the New Prairie Cougars tonight here at Jerry Cook Court. So the two teams will shake hands, and we'll take it on into our Ferret Custom Wool Forming postgame show as the Jimmies prevail 57-38. And Bo Hundt will get ready to talk to our Reliance player of the game. It's going to be Will Spurgeon, who led the way tonight for the Jimmies with 18 points. And the 6-foot senior is standing by now with Bo Hundt.
You got 18 points tonight, Will. What was it like out there for this against this New Prairie team? Very tough early on, but then you guys kind of took the advantage there in the first half and then went from there.
Yeah, I mean, they played very hard. I mean, even with their best players, they just go 100%. And, I mean, to be honest, we started very slow. We need to start way better. 20, whatever point game, we should have beat them on more, I feel like. So we just got to attack them right out the gate. We've been starting very slow. So
a semi-state appearance last year. You get a new coach in here. You only have one other senior on the team. You have a bunch of sophomores, but you guys don't look like you skipped a beat.
Yeah, I mean, that off-season work really helped us, being in the gym every day together. They've really grown up as a group, being sophomores from freshmen to sophomores, so I'm very proud of them. They're going to keep making steps, and they're going to be very good in the future.
It must be very nice to come in game after game and have three other players scoring in double figures each night as well.
Yeah, I mean, we can really fill it up. Sometimes we don't take the best shots, but we got some guys who can really shoot it, so that's always good to have.
Hey, Will, it's always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Bo and Will, and we welcome you back upstairs to the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Our Ferret Custom Wool Forming postgame show continues now. Time now to look at our Big C Lumber play of the game. A rare trifecta tonight for Will Spurgeon. He gets the Tony Letcher student athlete, he gets the Reliance player of the game, and he gets a pretty feed here from Trayshawn Baldwin for the layup for the Big C Lumber play of the game.
Yeah, nice work, ball inside, unselfish play, unselfish basketball there by Jimtown. It's what allows them to be a special program. You see Spurgeon's excitement, Big C Lumber, big play of the game. And you're right, the rare trifecta, because I believe it might be only the second time in Sports Michiana history. I know we haven't been around that long, but I think it's only the second time. Caleb Johnson from Marion Football had it last year, but I don't think we've had it in basketball before. So congratulations to Will Spurgeon on that terrific honor.
4 players in double figures tonight for Jimtown. Spurgeon led the way with 18. Dominic Fay and Xander Whitaker each had 14. Jackson Woolwine with 11. Ryan Vargas got a nice team, but as we mentioned, the big test is coming with the next 3 road games.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have some challenges against Westview and Northwood and Fairfield. We'll see what they're made of. Of course, I'm sorry, they played Westview. They'll get LaVille coming up tomorrow.
And Northwood and Fairfield.
Northwood and Fairfield, I had 2 of the 3 correct. But LaVille will be a tough challenge tomorrow, coming off a game here tonight. Conference opener, that's a very big game. They're not worried about Northwood and Fairfield. They got to take care of business tomorrow night. That's a big one. But certainly this is a team that is as advertised. We came into this game thinking that this was a very solid Jimtown program, building off the success of the run to semi-state last year. Maybe before the year we weren't sure how good they would be because of all they lost from a season ago and having a coaching change, but they're picking up where they left off, and maybe those young guys that got some opportunities down the stretch, those extra practices paying off for this Jimtown team here in 2025-2026.
Yeah, the kids are all right. Meanwhile, for New Prairie, they fall to 1-4. They've got Oregon Davis coming into New Prairie's gym on Tuesday night. But I'll tell you what, I was impressed with the coaching that Drew Lutz did in this game. Yes, his team should have handled the ball a little bit better. It's easy to say that. It's tough to do when you take away their best player. But the resilience is there, and I think if the community can buy in at New Prairie, good times are ahead for this team.
Yeah, the final record at the end of this year without Wingington, it may not be very strong, but I think what we saw on the floor here tonight is a program on the rise. They probably were going to get making some moves this year with Wigington, but it was going to be hard no matter what because of the NIC slate that they're going to face coming up in 2026. But I still think they're going to make some strides, and what a job done by it's still a very young team, and Miles McSorley is a very good freshman player, and I think they have a lot to build upon on this New Prairie program.
McSorley finished with 15 points tonight to lead New Prairie. Look at the final numbers. New Prairie had 14 turnovers, but the big story in this game, the rebounding, 28-20 in favor of Jimtown. That tamped down a little bit since halftime. New Prairie, though, only able to shoot 40%. The Jimmies shot 46% and shot 46% from three-point range. Jimtown's going to be a problem for teams in the Indiana Northern State Conference.
And no question about that. But you know what? Another team from the Indiana Northern State Conference in the other gender is someone I'm looking forward to. Bremen versus Culver Girls Academy Tuesday night on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week. That is going to be a blockbuster girls basketball game coming up on Tuesday.
And we look forward to you joining us for that one. In the meantime, our thanks to our great Sports Michiana crew, led by the G-Man, Gary Martin. And then Chris Skibby was turning the dials tonight with the help of Tony Beltran and Duran Gray. Out here on cameras, we had Michael Weems, Matt Kowalski, and Ryan Fitzpatrick. A reminder, as Anj mentioned, Tuesday night is our next broadcast and our final one for 2025, as we'll go down to the Lions Den in Bremen and bring you girls action. Number 8 Bremen takes on a very strong Culver Girls Academy squad. We're on the air with a pregame at a little bit of an early time, 6:45 for the pregame, 7 o'clock for the tip-off, and we do hope you'll join us then. Now, once again, for my broadcast partners, Angelo, Carlo, and the Hall of Famer, Bo Hundt, Chuck Freeby. Once again, the final. Jimtown beats New Prairie tonight, 57-38. From Jerry Cook Court on the banks of the Bongo, so long. Thank you for watching the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week. Brought to you by Tony Letcher Health Markets, Tire Rack, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Big C Lumber, Barrett Custom Roll Forming, McInnes Realty, Patrick, Reliance, the Lulliard Insurance Agency, the St. Joseph County Police Department, Babsco, Tom's Car Care Center, and these great sponsors. Support us by supporting them. Thank you for watching the